Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now I want to bring to you a story we shared with you earlier today about new changes at the Carteret County Jail. Effective November 1st, the Carteret County Jail will transition to video-only visits. Inmates will receive one free 15-minute video call per week. Additional calls will cost 30 cents per minute. Now, the video calls will be scheduled and made through the PayTel website. Those who do not have access to a computer or mobile device can use a video visitation kiosk located in the visitation room between 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Now, if you have scheduling questions, you can call the jail at 252-504-4832 and click on option 6. Ask to speak with First Sergeant Chadwick, who is the primary point of contact for visitation assistance. And now we turn our attention to the demolition of the east wing of the White House as President Trump plans to put in a massive ballroom. NBC's Alice Barr has more.
Total demolition within days. That's what two administration officials tell NBC News is now the fate of the historic East Wing of the White House to make way for President Trump's massive new ballroom.
It'll be one of the great ballrooms anywhere in the world. It's about $300 million.
That ballooning price tag up from $200 million, with the president saying he's covering the cost, along with private donors, among them Comcast, NBC's parent company. The East Wing teardown coming despite this earlier promise.
It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it.
Now, as the debris pile is growing, so is the backlash.
I just can't believe that the wrecking ball is taken to this iconic structure that symbolizes America and our strength and culture.
The president noting the East Wing, home base to first ladies for decades, has seen changes over the years.
It was never thought of as being much. It was a very small building.
Now, the National Trust for Historic Preservation warning administration officials the planned 90,000 square foot ballroom will overwhelm the White House itself at 55,000 square feet as Americans watch history under renovation. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Well, thank you very much, Alice, for that report. We now turn to your weather forecast, where today air temperatures are trying again to reach the low 70s. It'll be close for some. Some will miss it, but right now we are starting to see many inland areas pop up to that 70-degree mark. We've got it in Swan Quarter, New Bern, Jacksonville, Washington, Kinston, Kenansville, and Greenville. Rest of eastern North Carolina right now in the mid to upper 60s. But regardless, it's more of a how warm are we going to be this weekend kind of question. And that is one that's fairly asked. We are actually going to be a little bit cooler over the weekend than what we're seeing outside right now. Current winds are blowing in out of the west-northwest at about 7 to 15 miles an hour. We do have a 16-mile-per-hour sustained wind across Nash County and Rocky Mount. But over the past 24 hours, it's not just the winds and their cooling effects, but also the fact that those winds are bringing in very dry air. We've seen dew points drop across eastern North Carolina between around 8 to 15 degrees over the past 24 hours. And that is change again that really increases the fire danger across eastern North Carolina. Right now, we've got dew points down in the 20s in some areas, but most of us are looking at dew points in the 30s. That is, again, very dry air, and coupled with the updated drought monitor we got out today, the last thing we need is anybody starting a fire outside or just starting a fire in general. Obviously, of course, maybe a candlelight inside your house, that's one thing. But this is not a time to be burning any sort of yard debris anywhere in eastern North Carolina. We are under, again, a moderate to severe drought across most of the area. About 80% of eastern North Carolina is either under a moderate or severe drought. Along the coast, it's a little bit better, but even then, we still are in need of rain throughout the region. And over the next few days, we're going to be stuck with this very dry air over eastern North Carolina. And you're not going to get any sort of rain falling out of this type of air mass. It's just too dry. Any drops that do actually form in the atmosphere will essentially dry up and turn into water vapor before those drops actually reach the ground. So as far as what we've got over the next few days, weather that is sunny, but also very, very dry. Please, please, please hear me when I ask, don't do any debris burning over the next 4 days. Once we get into next week and we get that low pressure system you're seeing back towards the west into eastern North Carolina, something that's expected to happen coming up Monday and Tuesday of next week, it's really not a good idea, again, to do any burning. You're taking a risk that doesn't need to be taken. So over this weekend, plan on, again, sunny weather. Cool weather, though, especially coming up for your Saturday morning, as air temperatures are going to be dropping down into the upper 30s as we kick off the weekend. Saturday morning, 39 degrees. Now, we will warm up those overnight lows as we head into next week. Right now, it does look like the cloud cover is going to do a fantastic job of keeping what little heat we gain through the day on Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday in eastern North Carolina. Note that our overnight lows into the upper 40s to low 50s for your Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday nights, as we see a little bit more sunshine and a little bit of a clearing effect on our sky conditions. Through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, we will see those overnight lows again start to tumble a bit. But for right now, all the attention I know is being paid onto not tomorrow, not this coming Friday, but the following Friday. Halloween has about a 20% chance of rain. It's not to the point where I'm going to start encouraging people try to incorporate either a jacket or maybe an umbrella into their costume, but certainly something you may want to start thinking about if those showers decide to stick around a little bit longer through next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather right here at the First Alert Desk coming up at 3 o'clock. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Thursday.